Hey everyone, this is Colin Slade from How2Trainer.com, and I just wanted to quickly basically start this up. I'm very excited. I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, and it's going to be the very first ever How2Trainer video tips. And I'm committed to doing these tips twice a week, so make sure to definitely come back to either my YouTube channel or to How2Trainer.com basically to kind of get the updates every week. But what I'm basically doing is going through my journey of starting an online business, also going through all of the knowledge and skills that I've learned, and giving tips on online marketing, internet business, systems in general for your business, also just on technology and computers. My passion is really just to help people with their computers and their technology, and really just make them feel comfortable actually having a successful online business. You may have a brick and mortar business, you might have an online business, you might not be doing anything online. In fact, you may even be afraid of the computer. Well, hopefully How2Trainer and these video tips are going to help you with that a little bit. So I'm committed to doing these 2 times a week. In this particular one, I'm going to just do a little bit of an introduction of myself, and then we're going to go into something that I use to really visualize every single project that I do. And it's something that is really easy and free to use. So we'll get to that in just a second. But a little bit of background about me and my company. So I'm the owner of How2Trainer.com. How2Trainer has been around for about 1.5 years now. And before starting How2Trainer, I went to UCSD here in San Diego, University of California, San Diego, and got my degree in human-computer interaction. And basically, my goal there was to try and find a way to make technology as simple as possible for people, even as it got more advanced and even as it got more powerful. So I started to work for a software company. We created web applications for companies like Reebok, Wells Fargo, Borders Books. I then went into VP of Sales and Marketing for them, where I really started to see the importance of marketing and online marketing, and then eventually started doing training for all the different IT managers and developers at some of those companies, such as Wells Fargo and Reebok. So I've got definitely a mix of experiences. Then what happened is my mom, who has her own home-based business, she basically was being pretty successful in the home-based business with the relationship part and understanding the business, but the one thing that kept giving her problems was the technology, the computers, the internet, how to market her business online, even just the basic things about her computer. What is Gmail? How do you use Gmail? And so that's kind of how How2Trainer came about. Is I started kind of training her and helping her with the different issues, and then her team members and family members and friends and business owners started calling me to kind of give them training in those particular areas. And so I got overwhelmed very quickly, and when you're kind of the computer or technology expert in the family or in a company, you quickly are on the phone all the time, and I just could not help everyone. And so that's kind of where the idea of How2Trainer came about, which is basically a unique training method and some video-based, some text-based, to really teach people step-by-step and click-by-click how to actually understand and be able to really use their technology, their computers, and the internet. And so that's kind of a little bit of background about How2Trainer, a little bit of where it came about. All the trainings that I make go straight through to my mom, and she kind of checks them out and then learns from them. So I'm always on a consistent basis trying to find ways to really help everyone out. And I'm really excited about How2Trainer. It's really my passion to help people. So enough about me. What we're going to be doing is twice a week we're going to be doing these video tips. And they're going to be anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes long, and I'm going to try to make them as on target or on topic as possible. And we're going to go through a lot of different topics. So I highly suggest that you come back to How2Trainer.com, and you can see on the video here that it'll have. And basically, we're just going to go through a topic. So the one that I'm going to go over today is something that I think is a good one to start with, because this is my very first video tip. I'm really excited about it. And what I do before I do any project, and I learned this a couple years back, is you need to be able to visualize that project. And a lot of times there's a lot of different pieces that are part of that project. So one of the ways to visualize a project beforehand is to do things like set up a plan. So a lot of times people will write a business plan for a business. They may write a marketing plan to do marketing. but a lot of times it's hard to see all the pieces on one page in a graphical format. And so there's a method or a visualization software called Mindmapping, okay, which is basically where you have little bubbles and you kind of link everything together, and you can have different types of links, and it really allows you to kind of map everything out onto the screen or onto the page in a graphical format, and then be able to link everything together. So that's called mind mapping. And I highly suggest that any project that you start or anything that you do mind mapping for it. Because it's very easy to do, and it allows you to really see everything together. A couple of software that you can use that are my favorite. There are some paid options that are very good. But the three of them that I'm going to suggest, which are free, and I'm going to try to always suggest free or very easy or very cheap options for these things, because that's what I like to use. I like to keep the cost down and the overhead down as much as possible, unless it's a really good product. So the first one is called FreeMind, Freemind, okay? And that's an application that runs actually on your computer, and you can do the visualizations. It's not quite as Web 2.0-ish. It doesn't have the great-looking icons, but it definitely does what it's supposed to. It allows you to map things together. The second program is an online site called Mindmodo, okay? And Mindmodo basically allows you to share and collaborate on mind maps. It allows you to create all the little boxes, and you can give priorities. You can give tasks on there. You can link to documents. And that's what's really nice, is you can put everything onto one place, and then from there you can be able to link to a particular document and see what's the action steps for this particular step. So the third one is called MindMeister, so mindmeister.com. And underneath every video tip, we're going to have the links of what I talk about in the video, so you don't have to totally worry about taking notes. If you're watching this on YouTube, you may need to go back to How2Trainer.com to get the notes. But basically the last one, and this is the one I use the most, is called MindMeister, MindMeister.com. And MindMeister basically it's the same as the other two. It's a mind mapping software, but it allows you to not only do mind mapping online and collaborate, it also allows you to do it offline, okay, using some of the free Google tools. So that's a quick little tip for today. Start your first mind map. I'm probably going to give an example up there on the How2Trainer blog of what a mind map looks like. But if you just search in Google for mind map, you'll get a really good idea of how people are using mind maps and how you can use it to start planning out your projects. So very excited about the very first video tip. Please come back to How2Trainer.com for the upcoming video tips, and I look forward to talking to you soon, and God bless.